Meow meow. Hello. Hello there. Welcome. Come on in. We're just about to enter the weekend by starting out with some really, really chill Zelda music. Just overall relaxing and having a good time by drawing some good artworks. Yes. I think it's time to wind down now. Alright, without further ado, let us go. Yes. We're back at the drawing board. So yeah, today we are gonna be starting V-hand first of all. There we go. And now, we are going to be drawing a friend of mine named BusujimaBibi. She is one of the Vtubers of VentureTradeCo. Eventually down the line, we'll be drawing some of the other talents as well. But today, I was just in a BB mood. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this thing. I kind of have a good idea of what I want to do, but give me just a bit. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some good references before I even begin this thing. There we go. Okie doke. And as usual, just a disclaimer, I usually don't talk too much when during art streams, so if it seems just a little boring, then you're free to leave whenever you want. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's been a long day. I just got back from work, so yeah, we're gonna be drawing Bibi tonight. Unfortunately, I do believe that she is going through a few things tonight, so she's unable to. I don't know if she's gonna be streaming on her end tonight, but I figured, you know what, I might as well just make her a little something. Let's see. How am I gonna start this? How about this? Yeah, coming up with the poses are usually, they're the parts that usually take me a bit, so just bear in mind with that. Or better yet, you know what? This is just gonna make my life much easier. I'm just gonna get the 3D pose in here. That way I can get a good idea of what I want to do, so. Okay, this should do it. Let me change this up just a little bit. Yeah, this kind of just makes everything a bit easier now, so. Hold on. The arms look a little. Here we go. Let's bring the feedback just a little bit. Let me see how that looks. I guess that's a good starting point. I'm not going for complete accuracy when it comes to the 3D models and things like that, so. Now, the pose that I wanted, hold on, let's try this. Because I have a very specific idea in mind. I just want to try to find a nice way to draw it, so... And let's bring one of her arms up really quick. And, you know, maybe the hands could be just a little bit bigger. Or longer. Either one. Alright. That should be okay. Hmm. Just wanted to go for like a bit of a dynamic pose here. Alright, yeah, I think they'll be okay. Although I may need to adjust the hands though. Let's try this. Because I want the hands to make a heart symbol. So let's see, how am I gonna do this? Because the heart symbol I want to do, I think it's the more modern way of doing it, which is using the first 2 digits instead of like the whole hand. The only question is, I don't know how I'm gonna adjust that. Give me a sec. Because I'm looking at one of the refs right now, and it's having them do this. And the thumb comes inward. I'm just gonna zoom out just a little bit. Because I want to adjust it to where you can actually see the heart form. Let's see. And I think I should change up the chest a little bit. Give me a sec. Alright, just gonna bring this up a bit. There we go. Man, I don't know how 3D artists do this. It's incredible. Okay, if they're close like that, yeah, if I make them close like this, that might work. bring this up though. I will bring that over. Oops. Okay, so the way it looks is that the middle fingers go down straight like that, right? When I say straight, I mean like straight. Alright, bring that down. And then the index goes a bit higher, but then it kind of crosses just like that. Okay, so now you can see like half of the heart. I'm gonna adjust it in a bit, but I kind of want to... Oh, you know what? I think I can also copy it. Let me see. Weird, I don't think I see it on there. Oh, oops. You know what? I can just do it manually. It's fine. It's gonna be a little extra effort, but okay, so let's bring the tips of the middle fingers together. Can. And let's raise it up a little bit. Alright, we're getting there. Let me just close these down a bit. Hi, Haley, welcome! Hi. We're, drawing some VTubers tonight. Nothing too crazy, just having a chill, relaxed stream tonight. I just got back from work about, 2 hours ago, and I had some dinner, and then just decided to draw my friend Bibi. Yeah. So hope you enjoy. Hope you brought some snacks. Because we're just nothing but chill vibes tonight. Yeah. Right now, I'm just trying to get the pose that I want. I kind of know, like I have an idea of what I want to do. I just want to get like a concrete pose going, just to save me the effort. I do in fact have snacks. Nice. I just had a burger. Yeah, I had a 12-hour shift today, and one meal was it just was not enough. I was so hungry. Okay, so this is looking okay. I just need to bring this arm up just a little bit. I feel like if I do that, this is gonna bring the it's just gonna bring the whole thing like this. But if I angle it just right. Alright, bring this down. Just a little bit here. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Trying to bring this thing as close as possible. And to be fair, I'm not really going for accuracy here, because I can always just draw it the way I want it afterwards. So I'm just not the best at hand, so using a bit of a guide can go a long way. And I think moving this also helps too. Just a little bit. And I kind of want the index fingers to connect. Maybe not too much, though. Alright, there we go. Aw, okay, that's cute. Although I kind of... Let's see, I don't want to mess it up. Maybe like this angle... Move the body this way. This is about where I start pinning every single joint. Yeah. Hands are literally the bane of any artist's existence. Like, no questions asked. Like, you can go in any artist community and ask them, what's the hardest part of the drawing? 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna hear them say it's the hands. So I totally get that. And I think we should be good, really. Let me just adjust the head just a little bit more. Let me check her actual. Yeah, this is Bibi. She's a drow. You know, a dark elf. And her theme is also spiders too, so there's also that. Except I'm not actually going to draw her in this outfit. I am actually going to be drawing her because that's one of the reasons why I was kind of drawn to Bibi in the first place. It is because she looks very similar to my OC, funnily enough. Like, you could literally put these two in the same universe and they would fit right in. That's why I like her design so much. So I'm actually going to be drawing her in Krista's outfit. And maybe give her some, stirrup leggings. Because I like stirrups. But I think I can also adjust this angle to where I can get a good, what's it called? A good depth perception and perspective. Yeah, they do. I think I mentioned that to her as well, and there was at one point I drew her with my OC as well, and she's well aware of it. But yeah, Bibi's really cool. Oh, actually, I like this angle better. Let me just move the torso just a little bit. Oh, here it is. Manga perspective. Let's see how that looks. I may need to move the arm down just a bit. There we go. And looking at it now, I could probably make this a bit straighter. Hold on. There we go. Bring this down just a bit. Hey Kenji, welcome! Thank you for the hearts. By the way, just a reminder, you can actually give me head pats in the chat. All you have to do is just do exclamation mark, then head pat. No spaces and no capitalization. Head pats go a long way. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Meow meow. It is good head pats. Yes, yes. Now, let me go ahead and change this head. This is the greatest. Yeah, my my other good VTuber friend Luna Solaris taught me how to or at least where to get that feature, and I was able to figure it out on my own afterwards, and I am very happy with it. I am very happy with it. I am a happy kitty. Now where is this damn... Oh. Here it is. Yeah, that should be alright. Although, hang on, I may need to, bring the torso up just a little bit. And the legs too. No, that's not what I wanted to do. There we are. Dude, my upstairs neighbor's cat is zooming around their house. I can hear her running and meowing. She probably senses my presence. Yes, yes. Us cats are we're known for that. We just know. You know? I know. Yep, she definitely does. Also, can I change the I'm gonna move the light source around just so I can get a better look here. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That should be alright. Okay. That's all we're gonna do with the 3D. Now we can do the fun part. All right. Yeah, we're vibing. We are vibing. Yes, yes. All right. Okay. Game time. Whoa. Okay, my computer lagged for a little bit there. I don't know why. I'm a little scared. Now, of course, the body is not gonna look accurate in the 3D, but once we start doing the actual drawing process, that's where the meat and potatoes are, you know? So I'm gonna move my mic around quite a bit today. Sorry about that. There you go. I just need to get some room here. Here we are. Okay. God, I can't believe it. We've been doing this for like 12 years at this rate. It's unbelievable. Like, I was just talking to somebody about that today, and it just doesn't... It still feels like I'm still learning, you know? Like, over the years, I always thought, you know, I wasn't good enough at these kinds of things, and... You know, when you look back at your gallery, that's when you realize, wait, I actually have improved for quite a bit. Does it feel like it, though? I don't know. My computer loves to choose the most stressful times to lag when I'm drawing. Like, oh, you haven't saved in a while? Heart attack time. Yeah, that is a normal reaction. Like, as soon as it starts lagging, or if the program stops working for a couple of minutes... Your first instinct is to like, okay, I gotta save like right away. And if not, well, rip. Yeah, like the way it's doing it right now, it's kind of freaking me out. Aw, thank you. Yeah, it's people usually don't lie when they say that in order to get better at what you do is just keep doing it, no matter how bad you feel you may be. There is some truth to that, you know. When I first started, doing digital artwork, I should say. Like, I usually don't like to say when I first started doing artwork in general, because a lot of us usually start out like in school and things like that. But my actual journey began digitally maybe at around like, I want to say 2013, 2014-ish. I think it was because I used to watch this comic series, like for Creepypasta, and I remember seeing the artist do like a speed paint video, and I saw how cool it was, and I thought, you know, maybe I should start learning how to do something like that, because that would be so cool. Mostly because around that time I was still in high school, And I was in digital design and photo manipulation classes, you know, especially with the Adobe products back when they were still good. But yeah, I learned how to do that around that time, and I thought, oh, maybe if I start drawing things for my Photoshop classes, that would actually get me some really good points. And not only that, but to also use it on my videos from back in the day. And then after a while, I started practicing with it, and I would get a lot of comments from certain people that were into certain artworks that I used to do back in the day. A lot of it was very constructive criticism. Others were kind of pushing it. And I think it was those specific comments that actually made me get, that actually gave me that push to get better at what I do, you know, and it wasn't easy. It really wasn't. And I think it was around when I first started my DeviantArt page as well. Back when DeviantArt was actually good. Nowadays, I don't even associate any of my artworks on DeviantArt anymore, mostly because they started promoting AI artworks, and it just left a really sour taste in my mouth and a bit of a gut punch, considering that I used to support them all those years ago, and as like a mutual thing to help me out by branching my, you know, my reach, my artworks to different kinds of fandoms, and it really hurt. It really did. So now I just draw for the people that, you know, really like what I do. And I also draw for the people that I care about, especially with friends and family, because that's also how it started out. Was I wanted to draw just to give to people. And it's one of the greatest things to have, like you can give people gifts without having to spend a dime, really. Just doing this is just more than enough. And I think that's one of the best things about this hobby is seeing like the aftermath of what you do and how you affect the people around you. And that's why I try to stick with it as much as I can. It doesn't matter how well I do or whether it's gonna help me monetarily. I'm just doing this for myself sometimes. And it allows me some time to think and reflect on a lot of things in life. And it actually gives me some sense of purpose too, you know? And I think that a lot of artists go through that same kind of scenario too. And I see it happen a lot. And not only that, but also seeing fan art of your own stuff as well. That is a level of commitment that a lot of people really appreciate. There are some certain characters that might not appreciate the things you do for them, despite, you know, all the effort and all the work that you put in. But don't ever let that discourage you, though. That's happened to me. God, I don't remember how many times or how often that's happened to me before, where I make something for somebody and, you know, I don't really expect anything in return. But, you know, there are times when, you know, they usually take what you do for granted, and yeah, it can hurt sometimes. But the art's not gonna go away though. Like, that meant something in that point in time when you drew it. So, despite that, despite all of the criticism, and despite the cold shoulders, and despite the amount of effort that you put in, it's always best to just never give up. Just move on to the next one. Because eventually, you'll get to a point where you feel like you can do anything. I'm about 97% sure I still have some old fan art from the PFC days in a binder at home somewhere. Some of my first fan art. Oh, that is so cool. God, I would love to see that one day. Yeah, I think well, the anniversary is coming up, so I might as well bring it up since we're talking about it. So as some of you know, it is going to be Pokemon's 30th anniversary this year. And guess whose 30th anniversary of being on this planet Earth is? And I'll give you a hint. You're listening to him right now. I only have, God, I want to say maybe less than, almost more than 2 weeks left until my birthday on March 7th, and then I'll be turning the big 3-0. It's kind of crazy how time flies like that, you know? Also, hey Gato, welcome. I'm drawing a VTuber friend of mine. She goes by BusujimaBibi. She is a indie VTuber, part of the indie VTuber group called VentureTradeCo. She is a drow, which is, you know, a dark elf. And I'm going to be drawing her with her twin braids and wearing my character's outfit. Because these two look so damn alike, it's uncanny. and she already knew about my character too, and I think she said the same thing. I think I could be misremembering. But she does like my artworks though, so I'm happy about that. Kind of just drawing her tonight because I just felt like it. No rhyme or reason. Old. Yeah. I hear that a lot. That is fine. And honestly, I think the more older I get, the more mellow and a bit more wise I become. So I'm fine with it. YouTube has to be messing with me specifically at this point, I swear. Uh-oh. Did you get censored again? Yeah, again, there's not much I can do with that. Because now it's not even letting me approve your comments anymore, which sucks. So and I found out it's not just my stream too, but other people's streams as well are doing that. It really does. We've reached the dark ages of the internet now, especially with the whole Discord identification requirement that's actually supposed to be coming next month, but from what I've heard, people are getting it earlier than usual. So it's a very dark times indeed. It censored me saying hello to me when it really? Oh, that's just weird. Okay, yeah, no. YouTube's on those Quaaludes. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what to tell you. God. I remember when YouTube was still the Wild West before Google Plus came in. We all called it the well, there was the Adpocalypse, but the Google apocalypse as well. And I think it happened around... Yeah, the Google Plus thing was... We all thought, you know, it was the end of YouTube as we know it. But honestly, if you think about it, and if you really, really think about it, how else was YouTube gonna survive back then if Google didn't buy them out? Like, if we kept going the way we did from back then, we would have to pay for subscribing to people's channels. The only caveat to that is that we have to deal with all these ads and all these extra features that we don't want. But essentially, the core of YouTube is still there. It's just different people, different coat of paint. It's the whole Ship of Theseus thing, if you think about it. Oh, and YouTube Red. You know what? I completely forgot about the YouTube Red thing. Is that still around anymore? I don't even remember. I refuse to pay for premium on principle. Yeah, no, same. And even then, like, they're actively forcing people to use premium now by lagging videos and making descriptions completely disappear. If that's not dystopian, I don't know what is. Crazy times we're living in. Crazy times. I can't believe I'm gonna reach the point in my life where I'm gonna have to say back in my day like a boomer. Except I'm not a boomer, I'm a millennial. And now even the millennials are saying back in my day too, which is crazy. Turn me to the Wild West of YouTube. Back when response videos were a thing. Do you guys remember response videos? That used to really connect people and users together by responding to your video by having one of your videos under theirs. God, those were good times. Wait, is that why some of my videos have been laggy? YouTube lags videos on purpose, so I went to buy premium. And now so the whole thing with that is I think that also only happens if you're using ad blocker or any type of application that's preventing YouTube from playing ads and things like that. At least that's what I've heard. But take that with a grain of salt, though. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's happening already, because even I'm starting to notice it in some of my devices. In my browser, it's fine. Like, it's still the same as it always has been. It's just that our internet's just a little weirder. Back in my day, you only had one ad before a video. Oh man, yeah. And I think that was like when Google Plus was a thing, you only just had that one ad and that was it. You could watch the rest of the video. I literally don't do any of that. I'm more vanilla than my skin color. Okay, then in that case, yeah, I don't know what YouTube's issue is now. Okay, now I think I'm pretty much set with, like, well, almost. Let me get the arm here, and I'm gonna have to wing it with the head, because I usually do not like the Clip Studio Paint assets for the 3D heads, so I'm just gonna use my own style for that. Okay. Yeah, mostly I'm just doing this just so that I can get the fingers and the hands right. Because otherwise, it's just gonna take me all night. Because tomorrow evening, we're gonna continue Danganronpa. So, that's gonna be fun. I'm a little worried about which characters are gonna die off. And I could probably predict a few, and I'm scared to know whether they happen or not. Heads are one of the more unique parts of a human, so it makes sense a program has a hard time making good heads. Yeah, it's, that's kind of weird. You have to figure that out on your own. Me personally, I have a specific process to when it comes to drawing heads, although it's a bit messy. But I just need to get like a general sense of where the head is before I start doing it. Other than that, though, I usually just do it on my own. As well as this part. Let me hide this. Because now at this point, I kind of want to freehand it. Just so that everything makes sense. For example, this doesn't make sense, so I'm going to adjust that. Alright, there we go. Nice. God, I haven't... God, when was the last time I drew on stream like this? Like, most of the time, I just usually draw on my own time without having to, you know, put all that huge focus. But once I'm streaming, like, I have to give it, like, my 100%. Which, honestly, should be a good thing now I think about it. I agree that Clip's 3D model heads are a little off sometimes in ways I can't quite explain. Yeah. Which, oddly enough, there are assets in the Clip Studio store where you can find some actually good designed heads, like actual anime heads. Anime and manga, if you will. But honestly, I just don't see myself using them often. It's nice to use them as reference, and exactly like how they are as tools. And I feel like I had that conversation before when it came to AI. AI is for tools, nothing more. You should not go around using it and claiming that you did that, because robot art can never replace what the human mind can come up with. Yeah, and those are made by other people who actually do have a bit. Yeah, and this because some of them, like, there are artists that have that 3D background and are able to sculpt some really good anatomy. So it kind of makes sense that, you know, the user-generated ones are a bit better. Like, the Clip Studio Paint ones, they're okay. They're just missing, like, subtle details that actually make a head feel organic. Instead of looking a bit doll-like. And I think that's usually the main issue when it comes to using the 3D model assets on this thing. And give me just a sec. I am struggling with the hands already. Like, I have it the way I want it to. It's just, they're not matching with the rest of the body, which is kind of bothering me. Let's see. I'll have it like right around here. I'll just move this. There we go. AI also needs people to make art in order to steal from, otherwise everything gets a piss filter because becomes Charlie Kirk. Yeah, you can't have AI art without actual human art. And if you think about it, they're using stolen assets from artists that do not give their permission to have it used. And that's kind of why a lot of people that I know who use Twitter are uploading their still images as GIFs, so that way people don't use Grok to reproduce it, because Grok is using user data for its AI system, so and usually without the consent of the creator. So that's why I try to encourage people who are planning on uploading their works to go to a like a image to GIF converter, and then uploading it as a GIF onto those sites, so that way, you know, they won't be able to do that. But then again, what's stopping people from screenshotting it? You know what I mean? I feel like that's the only way to get around that. Alright, I'm gonna bring this shoulder up a bit. At this point, I'm just using my my own skills to try to adjust this. Because again, we were using a 3D model asset just to get the base part of it down. Now I am just going off of instinct and off of what I know and what I've learned over the years. I just don't upload any of my art to Twitter anymore. It stresses me out. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that less and less now. Most of the time, I just upload what I have on Discord now. But even then, I feel like that's also gonna be tough to do with this whole identity thing. Not me over here taking notes on how you're using the squash and stretch and resizing tools. Oh my god. Yeah, you know, that's the great thing about doing these kinds of streams, is that there's this knowing that I'm able to help other people out by just learning what I do. You know, feel free to do that. Feel free to use me as a good reference instead of, you know, AI and robots. Learning from other people is exactly how I learned it when I was starting out back in my DeviantArt days. Sometimes some of my favorite artists would stream their artworks, and I would just go in there and just immerse myself into it, and, you know, getting to talk to them and looking at their artwork live, it actually does help you out a little bit when you're learning how to draw too, you know? And not only that, but it's also some good, it's also good therapy. I am basically Bob Ross cat. I am your therapy artist cat. Yes, yes. Did I effectively discover digital art because of you? Made me realize it's something I could... Aww. Well, I'm glad I was able to be that sort of inspiration there. And I know you'll do well. It's like that saying from Ratatouille. Anyone can cook. And I think another one was a good artist can come from anywhere. And there's a lot of truth to that. Back then when I was little, I always thought, okay, maybe that's just something that they do, you know, in the culinary world and things like that. But as I grew older, I realized in that movie, that doesn't just apply to cooking and things like that, but that can apply to any sort of goal in life, really, and whatever your endeavors are. It doesn't have to be just cooking alone. It can be anything, like a hobby, in streaming, in entertainment, in drawing, in singing. Those kinds of artists, you know what I mean? Heck, maybe in the medical field, if that's something you want to do, like any, you can do that. There's a lot of effort, though. Not just in medical, but, you know, in the culinary arts or in any kind of form of hobby or career that you're planning on doing and taking to the next level, like it was your life's work. Everyone can cook, but not everyone should. Everyone can draw, but only those who know they want to will succeed. There you go. That sounds about accurate, yeah. And I'm just glad that the art is the way it is today, because now I'm able to participate in all these cool things that I never thought I would a while back. And if I'm able to do it, then God, anybody can, really. Because I never really saw myself as anything special for a long time. Like, I'm just a regular Joe Schmo, really. That usually doesn't get that usually gets picked last in gym class, you know. So yeah, if that helps build a little confidence in you guys, and I hope that, you know, I hope that that's the effect that it has. Now you can tell that I haven't even gotten to the head yet. You know, a lot of people that I know, they always start with the head first and go with the body. I'm kind of the opposite way, because I think, honestly, I think it was because of art school where, you know, that whole idea of me just doing the body first before the head thing actually came from. But yeah. I think that should be okay, except this is looking a little weird. Hang on. I'm just using my paw for reference. Never experienced the picked last in gym thing. To be fair, I didn't do regular school. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Not to be dramatic, but I do still have very fond memories of running home from school hoping you'd posted something new. You meant a lot to mini-me. Oh my god, Haley, that is so wholesome. I'm so glad you said that. I was just thinking about, you know, how far this channel has come over the years. Because it began in the stark year of 2009. And saying that the internet was a much different place back then was an understatement. But I'm glad that gave you a bit of nostalgia too. And it's not the first time that I've heard that, believe it or not. I know a lot of people who knew me from back then came forward to talk to me in other places, saying how much, you know, it was a huge part of their childhood, and seeing them all grow up now, and it's like seeing your children grow, you know what I mean? Even though they're not your children. Time works in mysterious ways like that, you know? Hope you live in down south or somewhere that doesn't get snow. Used to, until about 2 years ago. I decided to move up north. I used to live down south for, like, pretty much the entirety of my formative years. For, like, I want to say 20, almost 20 years down there. But being back up north is it's kind of surreal, really. Because it's been such a long time since I last witnessed snow. Because we didn't get any of that where I used to live. But even before then, I used to live in New York. So those were the earliest memories of snow for me. Until we moved down south. And I'm back up here. Witnessing it all again. Actually seeing change happen. Yes, we're getting old. Is that what's happening? You're telling me. I mean, the whites that you see in my fur is not for... It isn't for artistic reasons. That is actual gray fur. Because I'm getting grays in real life, so... It's funny how that happens, you know? No, I meant Haley, considering they said they walked back home from school. Oh, yeah. Man, if I grew up in an environment where there was snowing a lot and I'd have to walk home from high school, God, those would have been difficult times. And not to mention trying to layer up before going to school, and, you know, that would take up so much time to do, to the point where you'd fear being late, you know? But then again, there are snow days, so... Oh, when I was a kid, I lived in a place that didn't get a ton of snow. I was fine, yeah. I mean... it's kind of the same where I am right now. It does snow, but they only last for like a week or so. Then it just stays chilly. And some of the roads just stay frosted, and it can get annoying. So when it does snow, and when you're home, and you have nowhere to go, those are good days for me. I never walked home until high school, and it wasn't bad given when winter was all but dead, but the wind's still horrible. Yeah, that's the other thing, the wind. It can give you the sniffles. Okay, I'm going to adjust the body just a little bit more here, and then I'm gonna go for the head. Again, I know, I always work on the body first before I actually do the head, so. And then give her the outfit for, Just give Krista's outfit onto her. Give me just a sec. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember that I'm drawing this for a safe for work audience, so. Sometimes I usually forget this rule, and I can get in trouble from that. But to save us that trouble, let's go ahead and give her the outfit right now. That is my baby. God, Krista looked so different back then. Let me see if I can find like a really, really old drawing of Krista. Like since the time of her inception. Yeah, let me see if I can find that. Because she looked way different back then than she does now. Winter may be gone, but it lives on in the wind. That is true. The wind is here to stay, unfortunately. I did not walk home in the -60-degree wind, for the record. I was gonna say, if you did, then you'd be blown like a leaf. Oh, where is the folder? I gotta organize my folders a bit better. It's in here somewhere. Oh, I think I found it. All Krista's. Yep. What is the earliest one that I can show that won't get me banned off YouTube? Off of the platforms. Oh. I guess these will work. Yeah, these will work. Yeah, this is what Krista used to look like. These are her very first drawings, by the way. This was like back in back when I was a junior in high school. I just turned 18 by then. And look at her now compared to the other times. Like you could they're so blocky. And drawn on notebook paper too. You could tell that this was drawn back in school. Yep. Over time she evolved basically. And of course I usually also like to give her her classic outfits too. Let me see if I found if I have an updated one here. Look, I know we're this stream is for BB, but I'm giving her my character's outfit, so I might as well shill her out while I can. Ah, okay. Yeah, no. I don't think I can show that. But yeah, usually, sometimes I'd go back to my old drawings and redraw them just to see how I've developed over the years. And those are usually my favorite drawings too, you know. I swear some of my best drawings ever are in notebook margins, and I can never manage to recreate them. Man. Those were good times though. So I'm sure I can make the legs a little bit shorter. Hang on. Also, I'm kind of curious to know if BB is gonna do a Majora's Mask playthrough. Because she finished the Ocarina of Time one. And she also did the Twilight Princess one. The Twilight Princess one was really fun. But it would be so cool if she, I think she said she was going to do the Majora's Mask playthrough one day. And I'm looking forward to that because that one was my favorite Zelda game of all time. I'm in grad school, so I still get to do the notebook doodles. Oh, you're lucky. You still have time, Haley. You still have time. Save those when you can. The creativity fairy has been attacking me lately, which is rude because I'm sick and I don't have the energy to make stuff right now. Oh god, I know the feeling, trust me. I know that feeling. Creativity is a fairy that bothers some people more than others at complete random. Yeah, sometimes you just get that creativity pang and then all of a sudden it's like, well, what am I gonna do now? The creativity was there, but do I have the energy to do it? And then next thing you know, it flies off into the night sky somewhere, along with its other fairy friends. My fairy friend will be with me though. She's on my main right now, just watching me draw stuff. Okay, I think I fixed the legs just a little bit. I think it was bothering me. Just a little bit more though. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and add this outfit on now. It's really not that much. It's literally just a tied up one piece bikini. Hold on. Let me adjust this just a little bit more here. I should probably sleep some. I need to recover from whatever is making me sick so quickly as I can. Yeah, alright. You have a good night and hope you feel better. Yeah, just get some rest and hopefully you'll feel better the next day. Is no bueno. Here, let me get this guide going. There you go. I think it helps out when I have a guide like this. Alright, and I'll just go right here. I can make this a little longer, actually. Oh, you know what? I just drew it in the wrong layer. God damn it. That's one of the many mistakes I always make in life. That's okay. Well, no. Well, it's just the sketch. I'll fix it up when I can. Alright, let's just bring this down just a little bit. Whoops. Whoa, okay. That was weird. Oh, whoops. Hold on. Didn't realize it was replaying the whole video. Here we go. Likey. Oh, that's weird. It's not letting me. Yeah, that was really weird. My pen wasn't doing anything there. Now, I am just doing a couple more adjustments here and there. There we go. And this part. This bibut. Bring this a bit closer. Oh, might as well do the whole thing because I drew it on the same layer, so there you go. Actually, let me bring this a bit closer. That way you guys can see it. Actually, you know what? I feel like there should be a bit more curvature going on here. Let me see. Oh, whoops. This way, I think. Bring it to the right. Oh no. Here, let me bring this back. I might have a better idea. Honestly, I think it might be the pants that might be... Yeah, I think it's just the pants. Give me a sec. Again, this would have made my life easier if I drew on another layer here, but I already botched that up, so... This is fine. This is fine. And I don't know, should I give her her undies? I'm not sure. I'll have to see it. I'll have to see it as it comes. Oh, whoops. Did this thing go through the... Oh, yeah, it did go through the server. Sometimes Botrix wants to work, but sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's continue. Let me fix this arm a bit. There we go. Weird, sometimes my stylus wants to register and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why it's doing that. For those who are wondering, I am using a Canvas 16 Huion tablet and pen. Alright, yeah, I may need to shorten the torso just a little bit more now. Nope. Here's what I'll do. Let's do it manually. God, my throat is gonna kill me by the end of this weekend. So I've been talking nonstop at work, and tomorrow's Danganronpa stream is not gonna help that at all. Will it be worth it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the game progresses tomorrow. There we go. I spent more time focusing on this leg than any part of the other part of the drawing. Okay. After that one, I think I should be satisfied though. Let's see. Like that, and then... Okay. And I think I will go ahead and get the head this time around. Said I was gonna do that earlier, but I got distracted. Alright, here we go. Call me the king of distractions. Alright, now obviously I'm not gonna draw it as close to the 3D model. Instead, I'm just gonna give it my own flair. There you go, so far so good. I kind of like her in glasses though. I know I'm not gonna draw it here, but she really looks cute in them. There's also this other image of her in twin tails rather than twin braids. Those look cute too. I was kind of debating on whether I wanted to draw her in those or as in the twin braids. But since we're kind of drawing her in Krista's outfit, I think it would fit perfectly if she was in twin braids just like Krista, so. Although something's telling me I'm gonna need to make the head a little bit shorter. Let's see how it turns out. Let's bring this up. There we go, just a little bit more narrow. Okay, so we're gonna tilt her head a little bit more there. Bring it up a little. Let's get rid of a few parts here. Okay. You know, one of these days I kind of, I kept thinking about it, but I've always wanted to, help out Venture Trade Company and getting some more of their art, some more artworks out there for the talents. I'm already doing that with the capitalist trade guilds, but I also kind of want to branch out to some of the more indie, the independent VTuber companies as well. And I think the talents would appreciate that just as much, though. But it really depends on who you talk to, I think. From what I heard, the boss for Venture Trade Company is like a super chill guy. So one of these days I'll probably send like a query, like a bit of an email, see whether or not, you know, if they ever need my services. I might have mentioned it at one point before, but with how busy my life has been at this point, it's been kind of difficult to try to, you know, get into contact. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. You and Ochi or whoever Gimbro artist is would do good art together. Oh, whoever Gimbro artist? Yeah, some good collabs would help out. In fact, I don't think I've ever done a collab in a while. I think about it. Most of the times, I'm usually just doing commissions and helping people get their ideas out, really. And I think that's about as close to a collab as I've done in a while. That would be really cool, though. I kind of want to do more of that this year, if I'm being honest. I did say this year I kind of want to draw, or I kind of want to let people draw Krista more. I want to see their interpretations of her. I've been drawing her for so many years now that I kind of want to step back and let other people take the reins for once. Because fan art of her exists, but I haven't really commissioned any actual artist to draw her, really. Oh yeah, that's about as close to a collab I've ever done. VTuber collabs, however, that would be also just as great. And not only that, it'll look good on my portfolio too. Alright, something's telling me I'm gonna need to flip. Do the old flip-a-dip-dips. Alright, let's see what I'm doing wrong here. So, this part. Needs to go a bit lower. God, I love her ears. Oh yeah, you could teach Hammy how to draw. That's a collab idea. You know, it's funny you mentioned that. A while back, I think I actually had this conversation with my mom. You know, I talked to Mama Cat. She actually thrown her a while back when I was you know, job hunting before I got this current job. She did mention like something along the sides of doing art tutorials. Heck, maybe even giving out art classes for people that actually, you know, are considering, you know, drawing in the anime manga style, you know, and that's what I specialize in, especially for all the traditional art that I've done. I have like 3 or 4 sketchbooks of art that I've done over the years, and with the portfolio that I have for my online artworks, as well as all the different clients that I worked with. You know, that was something that I've considered doing, and you know, that actually would be a cool idea if I could do like a collab where I can teach VTubers to actually, you know, get the fundamentals down for drawing. I'm a little... Yeah, like, that would be a good idea. The only thing that's holding me back, though, is my, it's just that I'm worried about the things that might come out of my mouth where it might not make too much sense. Because I'm a ridiculously shy cat, IRL, so I usually have a hard time with my words and kind of struggle with trying to get my point across without actually showing. I'm more of a shower and not a teller kind of kitty, so I think that's the only thing that's kind of holding me back from doing that. But that would actually be a really cool idea if I did that with friends, and you know, eventually for anybody that might, you know, might want a couple of pointers here and there. Again, I'm not sure if the years of experience that I had would be enough to qualify for that, because again, it kind of goes back to the whole thing I was saying earlier about how I still feel like I still have a long way to go. But looking back at it now, I think every artist has that those kinds of feelings too when it comes to their artworks. But yeah, that would actually be a really cool idea. It's just that Hammy has to get back to me if she ever decides to do that. Because at the end of the day, it always comes back to, you know, whether they're interested in doing that or not. I'm kind of one of those creatives who knows for a fact that they're probably not going to get much in this kind of space when it comes to VTubers. Especially when, you know, as soon as you hear about male VTubers or pngtubers, people tend to look the other way and not really, you know, think about it too often. So I don't really see myself in that regard. I usually just see myself as just doing what I do best and just doing whatever, I guess. So really, it's up to whether or not people would be interested in that. I wouldn't... I don't know. I don't know if I would make any difference nowadays, so I just don't even think about it. Alright. Okay, I think I got the head the way I wanted to, although something's telling me I may need to bring it up a bit. Hold on. Oh no, that's good. You know, I was gonna do the different parts of the shorts, but then I just realized this is still the sketching phase. I don't need to worry about the details for now. Here, let me flip this around. Okay, and yeah, I'm starting to like the pose so far. Let's see. Let's start with the face. Or no. Maybe the hair first, then the face. Oops. Uh-oh. YouTube back at it again at Krispy Kreme, huh? Yeah. Sadly, this is something that we're just gonna have to put up with now. I wonder if it would have made a difference if I put this as age restricted. But then again, I don't think it would get a lot of traction if I did that, so I kind of skipped out on doing that. Hey. Just said watching you teach Hammy would be funny. Then I was annoyed at YouTube for censoring that. Yeah. That would be pretty interesting. I'm a little worried about the time differences though, because I noticed because Hammy is West Coast, right? So it's like I don't know what times would work. Because we're in like opposite ends of the country, so I could probably pull an all-nighter if I need to. Those clankers. Oh. Yeah, they're onto us. Telling you, man. Believe it or not, I think Hammy did show up to one of my streams at one point. She actually donated for the one of the sketch streams. The stream sketch commission thingies. And I was able to sketch Hammy for the first time. So that was fun. I'll be doing that a couple of times this year, but I just don't know when. Although then again, doesn't Hammy know how to draw, or weird? I always thought she always did though. She collabed with the VTC girls at 7 for me and 9 for her, so I don't know. Yeah, I guess it depends on the type, on the time of the week for her, maybe. I don't know. She's a very strange hamster. Oh, okay, so she specializes in models. Gotcha. Quintess is not art. I don't care what Araz or Potion says. Wait, when you say Quinn, you mean Quintessa, right? Oh, right. So, hold on. The horse abomination. Is she a horse? I didn't even know that. I usually have a hard time showing up to Hammy streams, so I usually don't remember much. I think by the time she does, I'm already in bed, so. Oh shoot, you know what? The one thing that helps remind me how to draw BB's hair is that her sideburns look close to spider fangs, so. Or I guess you could call them their mandibles, I don't know. Yeah, that usually helps. Also, apparently not considered a person by YouTube, or maybe I'm the only one here and YouTube doesn't understand how to display that, I don't know. Yeah, I noticed a lot of sites are having that issue where they keep thinking that users are bots. That's what got me kicked out of Instagram. And needless to say, I'm never joining anything with Meta with the Meta logo ever again after that whole debacle. Quinn is a unicorn cat apparently, but there's only unicorn seen. Ah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, she does have that horn, so you got a point there, yeah. So I guess she is just a unicorn hybrid thing. The viewer count in the chat says 0, despite the fact that I'm very clearly here. Yeah, that thing is a little weird. It doesn't update like it's supposed to sometimes. I don't know if one would have to refresh for that to go through or not, but I don't know. YouTube's weird that way. Very, very strange indeed. Also, I'm sort of liking how the hair's coming out, except I think the top part could use a little bit of a fixer-upper, honestly. Give me a sec. Yeah, that is strange. Do you not go on to Twitch? I'm also multi-streaming on Twitch too, so. Yeah, honestly, YouTube has never been the best when it comes to like streaming software. I don't like Twitch. That's fair. I think the only reason I'm doing that now is mostly because I know a lot of people that I've followed are on here. So if I ever wanted to raid and send people over to them, I'd be able to do that. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a little confused by the hair here. Let me try to focus in on that. Alright, how does that look? A bit better. Could jut it out a little bit though. Only ever go to church to yell at Hammy to fix it. I used to do that. I used to do that to BB. Yapper can do it too, but doesn't do it often. You're basically their relief. I get that. They're being prejudiced to the chat. Oh boy. Also, I don't think you'll be able to see BB's right here, right ear in this angle, but that's all right. It's fine to have it there, so that way I have a bit of an idea. But to be honest, I'm starting to like how this is coming out so far. Like anatomy-wise. U2's just schizophrenic a lot, and we need to medicate it. God, I wish. But yeah, again, not much that we can do at this rate. We're at the mercy of the AI gods now. Oh boy. You know, I warned my folks that this would happen one day. Because, you know, Skynet. And lately, and my mom is starting to believe me now, because she's also seen that happen in real time. So The bots are now taking over. Oh, look at that. Dude, BB's really gonna like this. Like, I'm planning on doing like a full-on composition here. Like, first the sketching process, then the line art, and then the base, the colors, and then the shading and highlights. Hopefully I'll be able to do quite a bit of it tonight. Although, how long have we been going for? About 2 hours. I'll give it one more hour and see if we can get the rest of the sketch finished, and maybe we'll do like some colors here and there. Just for the sketch though. I want to get a clanker in the Robo Shin. Oh boy. It's gonna be like the old early 2000 days where every cartoon ever had violence against robots. The best one that comes to mind is Samurai Jack. Like, there were a lot of robots that died in those episodes. It's crazy. Also, should I give her a choker? I feel like I should. Because Krista has a choker, and I might as well give BB a choker as well. Yeah, I might as well. Though instead of a completely black choker, I'm just gonna make it look like a that Oriental jewelry kind of look, except it's gonna be black. Samurai Jack was good. Oh man, that brings me back. I remember binge watching Samurai Jack marathon and just realizing how we had such good cartoons growing up back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Those were like the gold, that was like the golden era for Cartoon Network back in the day. Like, we had Samurai Jack, we had Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, you know, the old Teen Titans. Hi Puffy Amiyumi. What else? Foster's Home, Ed, Edd n Eddy. Those were the good days. And I think Tubi's doing something with Cartoon Network, if I remember correctly. I didn't see what was going on with that. I'll have to look it up to see what that is. And that was the thing, yeah. Yeah, not even I didn't know that back then. Thought that was really interesting. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Dexter didn't get a reboot at all. Honestly, I prefer it that way. I mean, you have seen what they did to the Powerpuff Girls. That was horrible. I still remember the No Me Gusta meme that I think Bubbles did. I don't remember if it was Bubbles or Blossom that did that, but it was so horrible. Like that, it made me lose faith in the series right away after that. If I had to choose between that and Powerpuff Girls Z, I'd choose Powerpuff Girls Z, like any day. Now, why couldn't they make a reboot of that series? That's what I want to know. And here's the thing, I've never watched Powerpuff Girls Z before. I kind of want to now. But as to how I'm going to watch it, I have no clue. I'll just have to come up with something. Also, it kills me that I drew this, these shorts in this one layer that has her body here, but that's alright. I'll get to it when I get to it. Also, Tubi just bought the rights to like 100+ old cartoons so people can actually watch them again. Like Courage. Damn, I need Tubi. Oh, so that's what it is. Okay. That'd be cool, though. Yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog was so cool. I'm surprised that my parents actually allowed me to watch that, because there were a lot of scary moments in Courage the Cowardly Dog, yet for some reason I was able to handle it really well at that age. Honestly, I was just thinking about Ed, Edd n Eddy the other day when I was doing some edits for Green Snake thing. I was trying to look up some of the sound effects from Ed, Edd n Eddy, and then all of a sudden I was just transported into this nostalgic wormhole of Ed, Edd n Eddy sound effects and some of the funniest moments in a lot of the episodes. And that just made me miss Ed, Edd n Eddy all that more. I do want to play the video game, though. Like, that came out for console. That's basically, like, multiple new episodes. Because they even have the original voice actors for the video game. And the only time I ever played that game was when I was at a friend's house when I was, like, in middle school or something. At a neighbor's house. And that game was so fun. I was able to procure it again through, you know, legal means. So, one of these days I kind of want to do a playthrough of it. Just for old time's sake. They tried to reboot Courage in CGI, but Eustace didn't hit the same, and neither did the vibe in general. Then there was the Scooby-Doo movie, which was just weird to say the least. Scooby-Doo movie? Which one? There's like a bunch of Scooby-Doo movies. Like, when you say Scooby-Doo movie, you mean like the live action one, or Zombie Island? Zombie Island was peak. Animated by the same guys that did SWAT Cats, believe it or not. Oh, the Scooby-Doo movie that had them with Courage. Oh, okay, I heard that was a thing. I never watched it though. I did watch the death battle between Scooby-Doo and Courage, though. That was fun. Okay. So, believe it or not, I've actually been holding off on drawing the twin braids because sometimes I have a hard time with twin braids, believe it or not. Even though I draw them all the time for Krista. Although this style from BB might actually be a bit easier for me because they're a lot more thicker and I have more room to work with. Krista, on the other hand, hers is, where is it? Hers is a bit thin. Like, you can tell that there's plenty of room for improvement on it. Just looking at it right now. But that's mostly because I think I drew this in, oh no, I used some of my more softer styles for it. Yeah, I think I used some of my more softer styles for drawing this one. Oh. But yeah, I think that's what hindered me on that. This one, however, it's pretty simple. Never saw it, but just doesn't make any sense. Make sense, honestly. I mean, I guess maybe the reason why they did that because they were dogs, and they're scaredy cats for dogs. That's the only reason I can think of. Okay, so she has like one, so it's hold on. One is in the back, 2, and 3 in the bow. Okay. Sorry, this is just me planning this out so I don't get this mixed up. I mean, how's it looking so far, by the way? Because I'm pretty much almost done getting, like, the bare bones for her at this rate. Also, instead of, actually, no, instead of giving her bows, I'll just cheese it. I'll just give her, like the red ties, kind of like how Krista has it right here. Yeah, if we're going all out with this one with the cosplay. The art be looking arty. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, I think Baby's gonna like it. Her mom was sick again, so she wasn't able to. I don't know if she's still planning on streaming tonight, but from the sounds of it, you know, her mom's been getting sick quite often, so I'm a little worried. Okay, so this is the part where I might be a little bit confused on. I don't know how the end of her hair is supposed to look. I kind of want to look up one of my other references, because this isn't the first time when I drew BB with her twin braids. So let me double check, because it was a commission that was brought unto me by a very generous joblin from her server. So let me see if I can find it now. Oh, here we go. I found it. Here it is. So this was Bibi in her twin braids, and one of the commissions that I drew last year for somebody. Not this one in particular. I kind of just took her out of the original image that I did and just made it as a standalone, just because I just really like how it came out. But okay, yeah, there wasn't really that much to it. Except I could probably make this part a little longer. Yeah, I could probably make it longer. Yeah, because her actual hair is like about the same length as where her belly button would be, sort of. Can't really tell from here. But yeah, I think that should be good. Yeah, that should be a good size for it. Except, you know what I want to do? I kind of want to... Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that definitely doesn't make sense. Okay. I'll just keep it simple then. There you are. Feel like I could do more with that, but we're just doing it for fun. It's for fun. This isn't a commission or anything. I'm just doing this for the heck of it. Just because it's Bibi. We're doing this for Bibi, okay? And I think she's gonna like us like it regardless. My cat be going crazy. Hey, I mean, cats will be cats, I guess. We do it. We do what we want, whenever we want, with no rhyme or reason. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes we'll get the zoomies, and next thing you know, we're taking cat naps. That is actually literally me throughout the day, to be honest. Like, I'd be so busy doing something, and then next thing you know, I crash out. And then wake up like 5 minutes later. And then when I say wake up 5 minutes later, I mean wake up, like jump up. My heart is pounding already, and I'm ready to do things again. And I just like do a mile. Don't ask me why that is a thing. It just happens. And this only happens on my days off too. Also, what is this? I don't know what that is. Get out of here. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Thanks, Crunk. Part of me kinda wants to make 2 alternate versions of this where I have Bibi's color palette and then switch it over to Krista's color palette. Also, thank you for the follow, Zaku. Welcome. Oh, Nelly. Okay. Let's get the face down and then colors, and then I'm ready to bounce. I worked a 12-hour shift today. It was something. Pretty eventful day though, so I wasn't too bored, you know. Give me a sec. I'm starting to notice something. It's like when this... It's like this artist eye. It's like when you start to notice something that you can improve on, be like, oh yeah, that would make sense if it looks like that. I don't know if that meant anything there, but my mind works in mysterious ways. What can I say? Let's just say that I notice very subtle details that'll make the face look just a bit better. So I can move this away. There we go. Alright, bring this up just a bit more. Come back just a little bit. Let me see how that looks if I do that. Now let me try to get a rise in there. Okay, no, I think I brought it a little too far though. Give me a sec. That's alright. I'll deal with it. Now, what would be a good way to get her eyes? I know I had a specific way to draw eyes, but yeah, you know what? We'll just go with my style. Wait, what? No! Oh my god. Alright, here's what I'll do. God, I hate when that happens. Alright, there. Somehow, in some way, I was able to salvage this. There we go. Cool. Okay, now I can look at the eyes again. There we go. Yeah, I'm starting to notice I'm developing a certain style for when it comes to drawing eyes. So I'm happy with that. Now I can also make it distinctly her eyelashes when doing this. Alright, that's one way. And I'm just gonna cheat it. Yeah, makes my life easier. I think it makes any artist's life easier when you do it like this, honestly. The only problem is you're gonna have to play around with it so that way it looks consistent. Like, you might be able to change the eyelashes the way you want to, but the eyebrows are just not gonna look right. So, hold on. Let's save first of all. And get rid of this. Okay, yeah, now I know which parts that I want to change up now. You know what? Part of me wants to make the hair a bit bigger. Let's see how that looks. Okay, maybe not that big. I think at this point it's kind of like a matter of playing around with it a little bit. Let me see. This is why you flip your canvases. Alright, now let me see if the mouth is gonna look okay. Alright, that's not too bad. Go a little lower though. She does have those fangs. Let's see. Oh, hi V, welcome. Hey. Yeah, we're pretty much about to wrap it up soon. I'm just gonna do the rest of the sketch and then just do the base colors and then we'll hit the sack in a bit. I hope you're having a good day so far. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for head pat. Yes, yes. I enjoy the head pats. I wish I could give you some too. Yeah. They heal the world. They heal the world's problems. They really do. Okay, now that just doesn't look right. Hold on. Yeah, right now I'm drawing one of my friends, BB. She's a dark elf, or a drow, as they're called. And I'm drawing her in one of my character's outfits, so there's that. Because they look so much alike, it's kind of unbelievable. Although I'm really struggling with the hair, with the eyes now. What is going on? Okay, hold on a second. I may need to make some parts of the hair go up a bit more. Maybe that might be the issue. Oh, nope. Could also be the mouth. It could be many factors into the drawing that might contribute it to making it look a bit better or a bit worse off than it's supposed to be. So let me see where I can figure this one out. Oh, nope. Didn't mean to do that one. Drow, Dark Elf, Deep Elf, Tall Dwarf, Tall Dwarf, and a lot of other names. Yep. Every other name in the book that you can think of. Alright, it's starting to look a little bit better. Could use some room for improvement. Tall dwarf because of Norse mythology and dwarves and dark elves being the same species, just evolving into different forms. So maybe BB might be part dwarf, maybe? That's crazy. But in a good way, though. Maybe drows are a specific subset of tall dwarves, I guess. Unless they are the same thing, then technically Norse doesn't have dark elf, but the actual names are pretty much what we know nowadays as dark elf. Oh, okay. Because I know in certain countries they don't really have like the same kind of features as the dark elves that we know today. I mean, if anything, most of these elves were from a lot of the Dungeons and Dragons type of games, if you think about it. I guess everybody's interpretation of what a dark elf is supposed to look like, it differs from person to person. That in different cultures as well. And here I am trying to improve the face up here. Oh boy. Alright, you know what? You know what? This actually looks cute. Let me just give her the eyes and then maybe it might come out the way I want it to. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the reason why she was looking a little bit off was because I didn't put the eyes in there yet. That made a huge difference. And then maybe the nose too. It might also be the nose. Not having eyes really makes it a horror piece, yeah. That is true. That would make her a real, true monster girl if you think about it. Yep, I'm still fighting this face here. The face either makes or breaks a drawing for me, always. Especially on in my art, because I have to make sure it looks nice. Yeah, I think she looks cute this way. Let me see. Well, I think I think I made a breakthrough here. Okay, let me see what it looks like on the other side. And yeah, I think I like it that way. There we go. All right, much better. Much better. Just throw in a few more details here and there. I know, details on a sketch. That's just how I am. For some reason, I always like to make sure the sketch looks extra nice before I actually start the drawing proper. But we've been going on for almost 3 hours now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to erase parts of this first of all. Oh no, you know what? I'll just leave it like that and just add the colors in there. So let's see, which color do I want? Let's use this. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for extra detail on here. I'm just gonna block out the parts where I know I'm gonna, whoops, that I know that I'm gonna color in. So. Alright, leave part of the eyes there. God, given the way her skin looks right now, it really does feel like I'm still drawing Krista. Like, at a first glance, people would think, yeah, that's exactly who I'm drawing, but in reality, that is not the case. This is just a cosplay. God, imagine if BB actually did cosplay my character. That would make my whole decade. And here's the thing, Krista was cosplayed at one point from a very important friend of mine a long time ago. And it was the first time anybody has ever cosplayed Krista, like, ever. I'm still happy for that. Hammy slept in and almost missed stream. Oh my god. Ham. What are you doing, Ham? You gotta set an alarm or something. She's so funny. Oh wait, I meant to make that a little white. Now she'll have to try not to fall back asleep playing Heavy Rain because that game makes her sleepy. Oh, is that the next game she's playing? Yeah, that that is a game where, you know, if rain makes you fall asleep, then do not play that game. Although I'm pretty sure the guy yelling Ethan or Sean would probably wake her up. That's my prediction, at least. Now later down the line, I'll probably add a couple more strands for this drawing, but again, I'm getting a little tired, so this is what we'll have to work with so far. And I'll probably do the rest of it on my own time. For now, I kind of like how it came out so far. Now, of course, this is just the sketch phase, and once I get to the actual line art and things like that, then it's going to be a bit different. Anyway, let me get my OC out. There she is. Okay. Here. I'll also give her the beads too. So why not? Although looking at this hair now, I feel like it could be a bit bigger. Let's make it a bit bigger, shall we? I have implemented the drawing idea into Hammy's tiny brain. Oh, really? That would be cool, though. If she ever feels like she wants to do a collab, then just shoot me a message, then I'll see what I can do. And it really depends on whether or not I'll be... It'll depend on what my work schedule is like, because I work a variable shift. So I'll have to check beforehand. But again, really, really cool idea. But I won't lie to you when saying that I'd be a little nervous. But I still wouldn't mind regardless. Alright, there we go. Ah, okay, that looks way better. Sketch-wise, the base colors look like they're all over the place, but again, that's what the sketch is for. It's not the final product, so. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end that there. So far, so good. Definitely looking forward to finishing this when we get to it. I'll probably do that tomorrow on my own, and then we'll play some Danganronpa. But until then, thank you for joining. Let me move that out of the way. There you go. That way we can see our favorite drow elf dwarf thing. But yeah, thank you for joining. I'm not sure who I'm gonna raid tonight. Let me double check to see who's on this. Let's see. So just go on here and then. Who can we raid? Well, since we were just talking about her, I might as well go ahead and send you over to Hammy's channel then. Anyway, thank you for joining tonight. Hope you all have a good one. Get some rest, stay warm, stay toasty. Normally I say stay frosty, but around this time of year, I think staying toasty would be pretty good. But take care of yourselves, my friends. Have a good one. This is Neo, signing out.